My name is Jacqueline Collette, and we moved during the dirty 30s we lived in Alberta, and the crops were failing and everybody was having trouble. So my uncle came and got a job at the beer parlor and said, "Come on down. We can find something to do." So everybody picked up and moved up, the whole family. In 1935, we got here in November of 1935, got to Malargel. I can remember when we drove down there, we were in the Crow's Nest Pass, and it was really, really snowing so hard you could hardly see. We came 2 cars and a truck from Alberta. Okay.
That's quite the trip.
Yeah. Malargel it was quite small. There was Brunette Street was the main drag. There was a gas station. We had 2 grocery stores. We had where they cut hair.
Hairdressers?
Yeah, and that lady had the candy. And in those days, when you got 5 cents, you could get a whole big bag of candy. Not anymore.
Were there like dance halls?
Well, actually, we bought it. My dad bought a house on on Begin Street, and it was close to the church at Lourdes, and it had a full basement. And they did use it before we bought it. They used to be the hall, but aside from that, no, I don't think so.
What about at the park? Did they have like bands or festivals or any music in the park?
There was no park.
There was no park?
No.
All right.
No. Mackin Park after that, and that's on Brunette Street. That's where now they have the French days, like Saint Jean Baptiste and all that days. They're there. But it's been a long time since I've been there. Yeah. I moved to Mission in 1981.
Yeah.
1981. So,
okay.
Yeah. I went to school in Malargel, yes, and it was really close enough because we lived on Begin Street. It was half a block down and a block over. So at noon we could run home and have lunch and listen to Tarzan, because Tarzan was on the radio. And that was our big thing. We'd run home and listen to Tarzan.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what school was like?
It was school. The nuns were there. We had French classes and English classes, and it was up to grade 8. So when I went to school, I was in grade 2 when I first came here. So after that, I finished my grade 8 there.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was just a school. Yes, I don't know. The school is still there.
I'm not sure.
I think, isn't the school still on the other side, part of it on the other side of the church?
What was the name?
Our Lady of Lourdes?
Lady Lourdes.
It's like up the hill now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they moved it. Yeah.
What else did you guys do as kids for fun?
Oh, well, if there was snow, we could have sleigh all the way down Begin Street, and when they got to Brunette Street, they had gravel on the park there so that we wouldn't go on that was our thing. Fun, we played ball, kick the can, anti-IT over, yeah. I don't know, just kid things. I don't know what the kids do nowadays, but.
Did you guys ever swim in the river?
No.
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 Yeah.
No river. No. Not even Brunette Creek. Oh no, you wouldn't want to go to Brunette Creek. No, it was pretty dirty.
Could you tell me a little bit more about the hairdresser that was in town? Did you guys go?
Oh, actually, her name was Anne. It's in the Coquitlam book all that. And she came to Millardville, and she boarded with us. She was a hairdresser, and she gave me a permanent when I was 9. I was really cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But aside from that, no, pretty mild. Nothing much going on.
Nice.
The mill, Fraser Mill.
Fraser Mill.
Okay, Fraser Mills was. They had wooden sidewalks from Brunette down to Fraser Mills. There was the two superintendents had a house here at the top on Brunette, and you went down there. And actually, during the war, my aunt worked at Fraser Mills because they had to have girls because there wasn't enough men. And my dad and my uncle had a truck, and they would pick up when they were sawing the boards and all the odd and ends that they couldn't use. They would put in a big bin, and then my dad and my uncle would take that and sell it as firewood because everybody had a fire. I mean, they all had wooden stoves and stuff like that. So that's what they did there. Aside from that, I don't know.
Was it loud? Was it?
Oh no, you couldn't see it. Oh, and what we did see when we were on Begin Street, so we were a little bit high up, so we could look down at the mill, and then we could see that when they had a big pyre to burn the Chinese had a pyre to burn their dead. We could see the lights from our place. Yeah, because all the Chinese people lived right down by the mill, as far down King Edward Avenue as you could go. That's where they lived. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aside from that, I don't know.
So what did your aunt do while she was working there?
My aunt, she was working she was, I don't know, I guess she was working on the green chain. I have no idea. I mean, she was one of the laborers, whatever they did. Yeah, yeah. I left Millardville to move to Mission in 1975. Yeah, aside from that, I lived there all the time. Actually, the house that my dad and brother built is on Stewart Avenue in Coquitlam, and my son still lives in that house. My oldest son still lives in that house. So but we moved to Mission in 1975. Yeah, and then we moved to Coquitlam, and we moved to Langley. And my husband died in 1981, and then I moved to Langley, and I've been in Langley ever since. I was a teacher in Coquitlam. I was a grade 3 teacher. Mm-hmm.
And how was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had. It was when I went to the funeral, Lorette LeBlanc's funeral. I went there and I saw some of the kids that I taught. You know, it was so funny. Yeah.
How long were you a teacher?
For 11 years.
And that was at Our Lady of Fatima.
Yeah, Our Lady of Fatima. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I taught grade 3. And my first class was grade 2, and Paulette was in my class.
No, I was in your grade 3 class.
Grade 3 class. We went to grade 4. Yeah, then I went back to grade 3. Yeah, I taught grade 3 all the time after that. Yeah, yes. In those days, my husband was in the on the school board, and they were looking for a teacher. They needed a teacher. And by that time, my kids, Paulette was my youngest one, and she was 7 years old already. And I was thinking maybe I'd get myself a little part-time job. Anyway, they phoned me and said, "Hey, do you think you want to come and teach school?" I thought, oh, sure, why not? So that's how I started teaching school, and I was there all that time. So, yeah, I went through a lot of kids in Lordville.
Were they good kids?
Oh yeah, all of them perfect angels.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple of classes with 38 kids in it. Now that was a lot of people.
What were you teaching them? What subjects?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything except French. the grade 1 teacher took my, well, in grade 3 it was okay. It was when I was going to teach grade 4, I didn't have enough French education for verbs and all that kind of thing, so she'd take over. But aside from that, I taught all the subjects, yeah. Writing and reading and arithmetic. Go to the board and add 2 and 2 is 4. Yeah, that.
Did you teach like the cursive handwriting?
Oh gosh, yes, you started off this way.
Do you remember anything about the train station?
Well, it was not very. It wasn't that important, but I know it was a C. I know it was a CNR. No, CPR. CNR is up north. Yeah. Well, I did go, yeah, but no. I went on my first train ride when I was in grade 9. I went to Alberta on the train. So that was my experience with the railroad.
Did you go through the Rockies?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And you're right on the edge and you think you're going to fall in. Yeah.
That'd be a good trip.
Yeah.
So what role did the church play in your family's lives? Did you spend a lot of time?
Oh, yes. Ladies of St. Anne's and everything else. But actually, 9 times out of 10, the priest would come to mums and dads for supper, and they'd play cards and everything. So, I mean, it was very important for the church. We didn't think of missing it or anything, but it's just both families, the Goslins and the Colettes. Mama Colette, see, we always went to church.
And you said your uncle worked at the bar, and that was what brought your family over?
Yeah, he worked at the Woods Hotel. What's it called now? It's called
The
Woods.
The one right down the street from the Mackin House? I think it's called Woody's now.
The Woodies, yeah. Because that was, happened to be my grandfather's sister, husband that owned that. And then that's why he came, because nobody could do anything on the farm. It was so bad. So he decided to come and wrote to us and said, come, you'll find yourself a job. My dad started working, shaking hides, shaking the salt out of hides that was on Burnett Creek there, 25 cents an hour. Yeah. That was a long time ago. My goodness.
Can you tell me anything more about the hotel and the bar?
No. My uncle worked there. My 2 uncles worked there, and that's we didn't do too much. My mom and dad weren't drinkers, so we didn't really socialize either with them. I mean, it was okay. It was uncle and stuff like that. But my uncle, the one that came from Alberta, his name was Leo Gagnon. He came and he bought a machine to make potato chips. And we made potato chips in the back of Grandpa's house. There was a shed, and we'd make potato chips there, put them in little bags, and then some little kids would sit in front of the hotel, in front of the Woods Hotel, and they would sell the chips. Because you weren't allowed to have food inside they couldn't have food inside, but they could bring their chips in. So that's what we did. My mom and I used to do that. That was our fun, yeah.
Where was the grocery store in town?
There was Thrift's grocery store, Laval and Burnett. Across the street, it was Pets. That was Burnett Street. Gas station was there. Then it was New Mountain, Nelson, and the beer both beer parlors are on Burnett Street, aren't they? Yeah. Well, there was only one in that time. It was just the one that was there. So across the street was where the barber shop was, and the lady that sold the candy. That was Boileau, Louis Boileau. I don't know if they've been mentioned at all in there, but they were the ones that had that. Yeah. Aside from that, no. No. When they used to deliver vegetables, the Chinese people that had a truck and that, and he used to come once a week, and we'd be so happy when he came because he had ice. So we could get a little piece of ice. Yeah. But they came, that's how they got most of their fresh, how much we got fresh vegetables and stuff. Every once in a while, you used to go all the way to New Westminster to go shopping, and you did your shopping on Front Street. But
What did you have to go all the way to New Westminster for?
meat and stuff like that, because just to go shopping. Ladies like to go shopping.
What sort of candies did you get at the candy store?
Oh, hard hats, 2 for a penny. All-day suckers, you know those big all-day suckers?
Yeah.
5 cents. And mints and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, just little candies, but it was great.
Do you remember the prices for the grocery store stuff?
No, not really, not really. I can remember having to go down. I went down to Thrift because Mom wanted something, and I bought 2 cans of pork and beans. And I was coming home, and Lionel Noel he was an awful guy, but tried to fight me, and I hit him over the head with my can of beans. He left me alone after that.
I bet.
Yeah.
Was it a dangerous place to be at all?
No. You didn't lock your doors, and you weren't afraid to go out at night or anything. No, I don't think there wasn't that much crime. No. Have you got the Coquitlam book?
Yeah, we had the Coquitlam over 100 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
See that big to do with the cops at the beer parlor. Yeah, that was really something big. But aside from that, no, it was no. It was pretty quiet. Everybody knew everybody, and there was no big problems. I don't think. Okay, if there was, I don't remember. And by the time I left there, it was, I don't know.
Was there ever a curfew in Mayardville?
During the war, we had to put couldn't have any lights on. All the houses had to, at night if you turned the light on, you had to have blinds. There was no lights at all. That's during the war.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what Coquitlam as a whole was like during the war? Is that too big of a question?
Yeah, I wasn't very old. How old was I during the war? Well, I was 1944, so, oh yeah, I was old enough. Oh yeah, because when I used to go to St. Anne's Academy, and we'd see the sailors and the soldiers on the street, and what were we, 17, 18? Aside from that, after that, it was, yeah, but no. There was no big to-dos. No.
How has Mayardville changed since you've been there? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of changes.
Yeah.
What are the most notable ones for you?
I don't know. I drive down Stewart Avenue where I lived all that time, and my God, I can't even recognize it because the houses are so different, and there's lots of going on, and I don't know. There's not that. I don't know what kind of change there was.
There's not much that's the same anymore.
Yeah, it's just like any small town that grows up. It just there was nothing spectacular. Nothing. We were dull.
Were there any sorts of pools or community centers?
No. I don't know when did they build Blue Mountain Park? I have no idea. No, that was about the best. And Mackin Park, those were the 2 parts. Because at that time, the municipal hall was on Brunette and Nelson. That's where where that was, yeah. Yeah. And that hairdresser had her hair a thing in Trev's. Trev's was the drawing place, yeah, because we used to go there to get candy and pop and stuff like that, yeah. But not that you had any money. Didn't have any jobs or anything, you know. And when I was a kid, there was no such thing as an allowance. No way. No. We didn't get so much a week or for doing jobs. No way.
Where did you get your money to buy candy with?
Oh, well, every once in a while we'd get a nickel. Or one time my mom's cousin came over and he gave us each 25 cents. Can you imagine 25 cents of candy? It was good.
It would be very good. Did you have a lot of family that came out then?
Well, the family was all there. I mean, the only one that didn't come when we all moved to BC was Auntie Juliet. She stayed in Chauvin and she stayed there all the time. All the others came to Millardville, my mom's brothers. And one of Dad's sisters came to Millardville. Two of his sisters came, but one didn't stay. One sister lived on Blue Mountain Road. The house is still there, I'm sure. That's where Margaret Desjardins lives. Yeah.
What were family events for you like then? Were they quite big?
Well, just your immediate family, yeah. And we didn't. Christmas, Easter maybe. We never had big to-dos with birthdays or stuff like that. You know, they used to meet all the time, every night or once a week or something, and play cards and shoot the breeze about it. That was it. Never. We never had big to-dos. Never. Huh?
Describe le réveillon.
Le réveillon. Oh, well, le réveillon. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. You know what a réveillon is, eh? Oh, it's after midnight mass. After midnight mass, we all went to midnight mass, and then we'd come home, and they'd have turkey dinner. Big turkey dinner for everybody. And then we'd get our gifts, and then we'd go to bed. You see, at the back of their heads, they weren't so silly, because then we didn't have to get up first thing in the morning to see what Santa Claus brought us, because we already got it from midnight mass. So that was the big to-do. A réveillon was, yeah. The whole family got together for that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My grandmother used to have it too often, and she was a very good cook, so that was good. Yeah. Aside from that, I don't think there was any other. Can't think of anything.
Did your family go to any lakes around the area for trips or anything?
No. Como Lake was froze over sometimes, and they used to skate on it, but we never went that way. It was too far up the hill. No. And we were boring.
Do you have any more memories just of the mill or of any?
No, it was good because the kids were. The woman across the street had cows, and they milked the cows, and we got the milk from her. She had delivered them. One kid had a little cart, and he'd deliver milk around the neighborhood. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Aside from that, Schwab's next door had 7 boys, and they finally had a girl. That was exciting. Sabarans, Begin Street. Lamberts. Did you interview any of the Lamberts?
I haven't, no.
No. I'm trying to think of his name. What's Porky's dad's name?
Okay.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But they lived down on Brunette, at the corner of Begin and Brunette. there was a big house, and they had lots of cherry trees. And when we came from Alberta, to see fruit on a tree was a big excitement. Anyway, Girardi's, yeah, they were there. Yeah, across from there. Vanderum's down the bottom. Aside from that,
Did you guys make jam and stuff out of the fruit?
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, we ate most of it. Hey, listen, coming from the prairies, they used to go to town on Saturday night, and that was when they did the shopping. Or they'd bring. My mother used to make butter, and for her 2 pounds of butter, we got to go to the movies in Chauvin. That was when I was a little kid. But after we came here, it was, I don't know. What was I talking about? I forgot.
Just about the fruit and making jam.
Oh yeah. No, we mainly ate the fruit because it wasn't ours, so we could, you were just sort of, you were a kid. You know what you did when you were a kid? Yeah, you'd sneak around and you'd get something. Yeah,
Say you didn't eat any and you'd have the red face.
No, we were really good. We ate very well with our little finger up.
Your little finger up, yes. You mentioned going to the movies. Was that back in Alberta then?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like?
Well, it was it was just in a room. It was Mom's cousin that had that, and it was just like watching a movie like that, More, it wasn't a movie like you see nowadays. It was much more. It wasn't that great. It was okay. Yeah, Mom and Dad went.
Was there any place to see movies out here?
Oh, out here we used to walk. Oh, during the war, when we had to have all the windows and everything with black and everything during the war, we used to walk from our house on Begin Street and walk all the way into Sapperton, because in Sapperton there was a movie. So we'd walk, Mom and Dad, Mom and us kids and some of the neighbor kids would all go, once in a while, we'd go to the movies. We'd all trek out, we'd walk there, go to the movies and walk home. And that was in Sapperton, they had the movie. They had a movie in New Westminster at the Edison Theatre and the Columbia Theatre, and that was in New Westminster. And in those days, to get to New Westminster, we went by bus. Was there even a bus? I don't know. I'm trying to think. We never took the bus. If we went there, Dad drove or something. But and then the distillery, corner of Columbia and Burnett. The distillery was there. That's things I remember. Don't remember anything else. A&W, when the A&W got built, that was a big deal. But that wasn't in Millardville. That was in New Westminster.
That was a big deal, though?
Yeah. Yeah, what can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was good. Especially after the war, then when things picked up. Yeah. But that's when my husband, and after that, when he came home from the Army, and he got a job at the sawmill, a cedar sawmill, and he was he wasn't a sawyer. She was a sawyer. He was a millwright. Yeah. And my dad drove. As I said, they picked up wood. Him and Uncle Leo, and they delivered woods from house. We were the first ones to get a phone. First ones in Millardville to get a phone, and during the war, there was not much of that going on. And the only reason we got a phone was because we had a business. Like they had the business, so people would phone that they wanted wood or whatever they wanted to, and then the people around would come, and sometimes they'd want to use the phone because we were the only phone in the neighborhood. Thomas, Begin, that was, and Mom it was okay, but she didn't like it. She wouldn't let the boys come and phone their girlfriends. But that's something new. That first phone, yeah. We had a phone.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Phone number I still remember, 1440.
It's not very many numbers.
No, there wasn't that many phones around, I'll tell you. Yeah, it was something else. Grandpa and Grandma Gosselin lived on, not Bonacci. Oh. It was,
The house is still there.
that was sort of the slum area. Oh, jeez.
There, but they left in the.
Yeah, because they lived, the Burnett, it was the next street down. And, yeah, it wasn't really a slum, but, you know, we sort of looked down on it. But what was the name of the street?
Okay. Could you tell me a little bit more about the slum area?
It wasn't really a slum.
What was going on there?
Well, I don't know. It just was below. It's like it was on the wrong side of the street. That's all. I mean, there was.
Was it run down?
No, it wasn't. It was very normal and everything. But we just figured because they were on the bottom side of the street, they were, you know, that was just in our head.
You were prejudiced.
Yeah.
There's
And it was
over, right? Yeah.
not a dare. I almost had it. That's where they live.
Harris.
Eh?
She's got Google Maps up.
What?
Alderson.
Oh, Alderson. Oh, no. We lived on Alderson. We lived on Stewart. My dad built a house in Alderson. But no, it's down below Burnett. Burnett and Adair.
Freeway interchange.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Woolridge,
No, Woolridge, no, that's way up top.
we want is.
Yeah.
No, it had houses on both sides. It did. That's where the Goslins lived. Same age as Peter. They lived down there too. Manaus lived there. Who else? I don't know. I can't remember. All these names, you know, I got so many names in my head and my head is not all there.
Can you tell me a little bit more about like what the police were like?
The police?
Yeah, what sort of presence they had?
Police? What were they? They were just police. We didn't need them. No, well, there was no police. The police, I think the first ones were in, on North Road and where that incident was the big shopping center on North Road. Across from the bay.
The low heat.
Eh? The Lougheed Highway, yeah. No, we didn't have any police. We had a shoemaker. His name was John, and we used to go there, and we used to do his cleaning, and he used to give us candy.
Oh.
John Grevling. He was the
Cobbler.
yeah,
Yeah.
shoemaker. Yeah, fixed all the shoes. They tell you all the teaching I did and all the kids that I went through, all the families. I had in my class, like in Paulette's class, I had a niece and a nephew, and I had one time I had 38 kids. That was really bad. That was really lots of kids, and it was just a small school. In fact, we had one bathroom for the staff, and it had a crack in the seat, and nobody said anything. So one time I told Father, and he says, "For heaven's sakes, why didn't you tell us before?" Because it was terrible. But that was the fun. No, Mrs. Girard was Mademoiselle Martineau and Mrs. Griffin were all teachers there. We had 8 grades, and they were separated in French and English. French class.
What was it like in the winter in the school?
It was okay.
Was it quite cold?
Yeah. No, I mean Oh, I know. I got a story for you. There was a gas furnace that would heat the school, and one day we went to school and it wasn't on. So I opened the door and I could see that the flame wasn't there. So I took a newspaper, rolled it up, lit it, and put it in there, and whoosh! Out came a whole big bunch of flames, burned through my skirt. That was my experience in school, teaching.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I was famous.
You were famous.
Yeah. Well, after that, the kids all had to go home because they weren't sure if the furnace was right or not. So we all got a holiday. See there? See, that's my experience. That's my faux pas. Aside from that, I don't know. It was just plain ordinary living. Nothing exciting going on. Can you think of anything exciting going on when you were there? No.
It's school.
Just
It was just school. Yeah.
how far away did the kids come to the school?
Oh, not far.
Not very far?
No, they didn't. There was no such thing as a bus or that. Everybody walked to school. Yeah. Because there was our school, and then there was Lourdes, and the one. I don't know the kids. Well, of course, the kids in Sapperton and New Westminster, I know nothing about at all. But it was, yeah.
They just walked to school. They didn't bike or anything.
I don't think any kids, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how old my brother was when he got his bike, but it wasn't something, all the kids walked. They walked. They had 2 feet and they used them. There was nobody that far away that they'd have to, come. I'm not thinking up on top of Rochester and all those places. I don't know where they went to school. I guess they came to ours. I'm not sure.
Was there a lot more farmland?
No, not really. It was just houses, and most of the people worked at Fraser Mills. There was a pig farm that the one that got that well, we used to go drive by there, but never saw anything or anything. Of course, now he's gone and dead. That's good.
Did you guys have a boat or anything for the river, or just pretty much stayed away from it?
Oh no, we didn't have a boat or anything. No, we didn't go by the river. The river was quite swift, especially in the spring. I mean, you probably would have been just taken away. I don't think you could just go. Well, we never did anyway. Maybe some of the kids did, but we didn't. Mom wouldn't have allowed that. No, we couldn't do that. No, we were boring.
Did you play any sports or anything?
No.
No. What was it like with the wildlife? Was there a lot of bears or anything that came into the town?
No, never saw a wild beast there. No, nothing like that. It was very populated, I mean, there wouldn't have been wild animals wouldn't have been there to begin with. Maybe way up by Como Lake, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. It was just a little ordinary little old town with nothing much going on. Yeah.
Did you guys ever go into Vancouver?
$1.49 day, Woodwards. Yes. And we got on the streetcar. Yeah, because when I started to work, there were still streetcars. We had to walk all the way down to Fraser Mill and take the streetcar, and I'd get off at 20th and Marine Drive, and I'd go down to work. That was 1947. Because I got married in 1948, yeah. That's. They still have we still have the streetcars.
What was the streetcars like?
Yeah, well, it was just like a bus, except it rolled on wheels. Didn't stop at every station, so you got on and there was not that many stops, but it was just I don't know. No, not very exciting.
How did you meet your husband?
Oh, well, the Gosselin family came from Manitoba, and they had twin girls, Rose and Terry, and Alice. My next door neighbor was out. Oh, you know who I knew? I knew the chief of police, Raymond Canuel. I was there when he was born. So there you go. That's my work. That's my claim to fame. Yeah, and the Alice and Rose and them, and they had met the twins, Oscar's twin sisters, and they were all excited because Oscar was coming home. Oscar was coming home because he was in the army. Like it was 1947. He just got dead. So everybody was talking about him, and I thought, oh, well. So that's how I met him. It was just because everybody else was talking about him. When he came, well, we were just a whole bunch of kids together, and it wasn't romantic or anything. You know. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
We'll get out of your hair here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.